Speakout, 2nd edition pre-intermediate workbook by Antonia Clare, J.J. Wilson and Damien Williams. Published by Pearson. Copyright Pearson Education Limited, 2015.
Unit 1. Life. Recording 1. 1.
Played. Stayed. Tried. Ended.
2.
Asked. Kissed. Arrived. Talked.
3.
Finished. Decided. Pretended. Wanted.
4.
Studied. Happened. Invented. Stayed.
5.
Walked. Helped. Stopped. Started.
Unit 1. Recording 2.
When I was 18, I went on holiday with a group of mates to Spain. We had a great time. Every day we went sunbathing on the beach, and at night we went out dancing. On the last night, I met an American girl called Amy, and we got on really well. We went to a 24-hour cafe and talked all night. Soon it was morning, and we both had to go. We promised to write to each other when we got home, and at first we did. But after a few months, we decided that it was too difficult because we lived in different countries, so we stopped. I started university and forgot about her. 10 years later, I started a new job in London. On the first day, I walked into the office, and who do you think I saw? It was Amy. I recognised her immediately. She still looked the same. Of course, we were both really shocked to see each other. She explained that she now lived alone in London because of her job with the company. Well, of course, we got on really well again, and we started hanging out with each other. I showed her around London, and we went to museums, concerts, and restaurants. It wasn't long until we fell in love. It felt right, so I proposed to her, and she accepted. We got married soon after and had our son, Jamie. We're very happy together.
Unit 1. Recording 3. 1.
Do you like it here?
2.
Where are you going?
3.
I come from Italy.
4.
It's a beautiful day.
5.
I'm afraid I can't remember.
6.
Where did you buy it?
7.
I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
Unit 1. Recording 4. 1.
Did you have a nice weekend?
2.
Where did you go?
3.
Would you like a drink?
4.
So, do you like it here?
5.
It was nice to meet you.
6.
Let's keep in touch.
Unit 2. Work. Recording 1. 7 syllables.
Motorcycle courier.
6 syllables.
Foreign correspondent.
5 syllables.
Fashion designer. IT consultant. Personal trainer.
4 syllables.
Rescue worker.
2 syllables.
Sales rep.
Unit 2. Recording 2. 1.
People who work sitting down always get paid more than people who work standing up.
2.
The successful people are usually the ones who listen more than they talk.
3.
Politicians never believe what they say, so they are surprised when other people do.
4.
Once in a while, teachers will open a door, if you're lucky, but you have to enter alone.
5.
Great artists, like Van Gogh, rarely live to see their success.
6.
Doctors are the same as lawyers. The only difference is that lawyers rob you, but doctors rob you and kill you occasionally.
7.
Find something you love doing, and you'll never have to work a day in your life.
8.
The only place where success always comes before work is in the dictionary.
Unit 2. Recording 3. 1.
I work on a safari as a guide. I take tourists to see the animals. Everyone thinks my job is dangerous, but I don't think so. Well, I didn't think so until last month. So, what happened? Well, I had a bus full of tourists. There were 15 of them. It was a beautiful, clear evening. And about 7 o'clock we saw some elephants. Everyone wanted to take photos, so I told them they could get off the bus for a few minutes. So there we were, these tourists taking photos of the elephants. Then suddenly, the male elephant turned. It looked at us, and I could see that it was angry. So I told everyone to stand still. Don't move. Well, the elephant continued looking at us, and I thought that it was going to charge, to run at us. I told the tourists to walk very slowly back to the bus. Then the elephant charged at us. I jumped into the bus and started driving as fast as possible. The elephant came very close, and the tourists were all shouting and screaming. But it was okay in the end. We escaped.
2.
I was on a safari holiday. It was a really beautiful place, very quiet. One evening at about 6 o'clock, we went for a drive in the tour bus. There were 20 of us tourists. Well, we soon saw some elephants. They were drinking at a pool. So we got out of the bus to take photos. Anyway, suddenly this large male elephant started looking very angry. Then it walked towards us. The guide told us to run back to the bus as fast as possible. So we did. This was a really bad idea because the elephant followed us. Then the guide got into the bus and drove away very fast. We were really quiet and calm because we didn't want to frighten the elephant. But it wasn't a nice experience, and we were happy to get back to the hotel that night.
Unit 2. Recording 4. 1.
I'm very keen on cooking, and I absolutely love great food.
2,
I love riding my motorbike. I can't stand sitting in an office all day.
3,
I'm quite keen on technology and I don't mind dealing with other people's computer problems.
4,
I'm very keen on working with money, and I don't like people wasting it on stupid things.
Unit 2, Recording 5. 1,
On Saturday, I went to a conference about the Z phone, this amazing new technology.
Really? I read about that last week. It sounds interesting.
Well, everybody's talking about it.
And what about the cost?
Oh, I don't know. I had to leave before they discussed that.
2,
Today I was offered a job as a babysitter.
That's great.
Not really. They only offered me £5 an hour.
Oh, I see. So did you accept the job?
No, I'm going to look for something better.
Right. What did you tell them?
I said, Dad, I know the baby is my sister, but I want a better salary.
Unit 2, Recording 6. 1,
On Saturday, I went to a conference about the Z phone, this amazing new technology.
Really? I read about that last week. It sounds interesting.
Well, everybody's talking about it.
And what about the cost?
Oh, I don't know. I had to leave before they discussed that.
2,
Today I was offered a job as a babysitter.
That's great.
Not really. They only offered me £5 an hour.
Oh, I see. So did you accept the job?
No, I'm going to look for something better.
Right. What did you tell them?
I said, Dad, I know the baby is my sister, but I want a better salary.
Unit 3, Time Out. Recording 1.
So, what do you think, Terry? I put it on this wall because of the light.
Well, I want to say I like it, but I don't.
You don't like it?
No, David, I don't. It's terrible.
What?
It's just black. All over. It's black on black. It looks like a painting of a blackbird flying over a black building on a black night.
It's modern art, Terry.
I know, but it doesn't say anything.
What do you mean it doesn't say anything? It's art. It doesn't talk.
You know what I mean. It has no message. I don't understand it.
You don't have to understand it, Terry. It's art. It just exists. It's not there to be understood.
So why is it all black? Why not white? Or white and black? Or red, white and black?
Why don't you ask the artist?
How much did it cost?
I'm not telling you.
How much did it cost?
Why?
I want to know.
It was expensive.
What does that mean? What's expensive? $50? $50,000?
Nearer 50,000.
Nearer $50,000 than 50.
Yes, 45,000. $45,000.
I can't believe it. You bought a black painting. You spent $45,000.
I liked it. I like it. No, I love it.
It's black, David. Black on black. I could paint it for you in 5 minutes.
But you didn't.
You didn't ask me to.
I didn't want you to.
Has Mary seen it?
Not yet. She's away. She'll be back on Friday.
Does she know you bought it?
No, it's a surprise.
Oh, yes, it will be. A big surprise. Does Mary even like modern art?
Yes, she'll like this.
How do you know?
I know.
How?
Because I know what Mary likes and what Mary doesn't like. And she'll like this.
I hope so. Because if she doesn't, you're dead.
Unit 3. Recording 2. 1.
You've reached Danny's voicemail. Please leave a message.
Hi, Danny. It's Pauline here. I'm calling about tomorrow night. Unfortunately, there are no more tickets for the concert. I called them at about 2 o'clock, but they were already sold out. So, I don't know what you want to do. Anyway, give me a call tonight after 6. Bye.
2.
Hi, is Trisha there, please?
No, I'm afraid she isn't. Who's speaking?
It's Elise here.
Hi, Elise. No, I'm afraid Tricia is out at the moment. Do you want to leave a message?
Yes. Can you tell her I'll be at the station at 8? She's going to meet me there.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Yes, I'll be at the station at 8.
Oh, OK, at 8. I'll tell her that.
Thanks. Oh, and can you tell her that her mobile isn't working?
Yes, OK. I think she needs to recharge it.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
3.
Roundhouse Bar and Grill. How can I help you?
Oh, hello there. I'd like to book a table for 3 people for Wednesday evening.
Oh, we don't take bookings, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you just show up at the door, that'll be fine.
Okay.
Around 8 is usually our busiest time, between 8 and 9:30. So if you come a bit before that...
Great. Thanks very much for your help.
You're welcome.
Review 1. Recording 1. 1.
Hello, my name's Felipe. It's nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Magda. Nice to meet you too.
2.
Nice day, isn't it?
Yes, it's lovely.
3.
So where exactly do you come from?
Zaragoza. It's a small city in northern Spain.
4.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, it was okay. I didn't do much.
5.
So, would you like a drink?
Yes, I'd love a glass of water.
6.
I'll see you later. See you soon.
Unit 4. Great Minds. Recording 1. 1.
How much do I have to pay?
2.
Can I park here?
3.
We must visit her before we leave.
4.
We don't have to stay in this hotel.
5.
She can't wear that.
6.
You mustn't tell anyone.
Unit 4. Recording 2.
Professor Morris, we're looking at learning and the different ways in which people like to learn, and one of the things we can look at is the type of learner. Is that right?
Yes. Research has shown that there may be many different types of learner. But one way we can look at this is to divide people into 2 groups, holists and serialists. Now, most people will probably use both approaches, but often we find people are quite strongly one or the other.
Holists and serialists. So, what's the difference between the two?
Well, students who are serialists like to study taking one step at a time. They look at a subject or topic and work through the different parts of the topic in order.
And holistic learners, how are they different?
The holists are very different. They like to have a general understanding of the whole topic, and they find it easier to study and learn if they have an idea of the big picture. They don't worry so much about the detail.
Oh, that's me. I think I'm more of a holist.
Are you? Well, you see, that's quite unusual.
Unit 4. Recording 3.
So, tell me a little bit more about the serialist. You said that they like to learn things in sequence, in order.
That's right. So they start at the beginning, and when they feel they've fully understood one part, then they're ready to move on to the next part. But it's very important to them that they understand the detail.
OK. These are the kind of people who always read the instructions before they try a new piece of equipment or machinery.
That's right.
And what about the holistic learners?
OK. Well, a holist never starts learning about a topic at the beginning. They jump around and get lots of information. So, they might pick up a book about the topic and choose a chapter in the middle and start reading there.
That's like me. I choose the bit I'm most interested in.
Exactly. But a serialist learner will start at the beginning and read each chapter in order.
That's very interesting. What about writing? Is there a difference there too?
Yes, absolutely. A serialist will make a careful plan of everything they have to write and then begin to research each area. But a holist will read about a lot of different things and have lots of bits of paper with notes. Then they will try to put the different pieces together when they begin writing.
That's very true. There is paper everywhere. I think my tutors at university would like me to be more serialist.
Yes, that's probably true, although I don't...
Unit 4. Recording 4. 1.
Why don't we go to the cinema tonight?
That's a good idea. Do you know what's on?
2.
I don't think you should buy that car.
You're right. It's too expensive.
3.
I think we should organise a party.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. We're too busy.
4.
Maybe you should say sorry. I suppose so. I'll call Louise later.
5.
You shouldn't play so many computer games.
You're right. I need to get out more.
6.
I think you should study more.
I suppose so. I want to do well in the exam.
Unit 4. Recording 5. 1.
Why don't we go to the cinema tonight?
That's a good idea. Do you know what's on?
2.
I don't think you should buy that car.
You're right. It's too expensive.
3.
I think we should organise a party.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. We're too busy.
4.
Maybe you should say sorry. I suppose so. I'll call Louise later.
5.
You shouldn't play so many computer games.
You're right. I need to get out more.
6.
I think you should study more.
I suppose so. I want to do well in the exam.
Unit 5. Travel. Recording 1. 1.
We were open. We were opening the shop.
2.
I was fine. I was finding it difficult.
3.
They were right. They were writing a book.
4.
It was you. It was using too much gas.
5.
She was clean. She was cleaning the house.
6.
Where were you? Where were you going?
Unit 5. Recording 2.
A 21-year-old German tourist called Toby Good wanted to visit his girlfriend in Sydney, Australia. Unfortunately, he typed the wrong destination on a travel website. He landed near Sydney, Montana, in the United States, 13,000 kilometres away. This is his story. Toby left Germany for a 4-week holiday. He was wearing a t-shirt and shorts, perfect clothes for the Australian summer. But the plane didn't land in Australia. It landed in freezing cold Montana in the United States. He had to take a connecting flight, but when he looked at the plane to Sydney, he became confused. Strangely, it was very small. And then he realised his mistake. Sydney, Montana was an oil town of about 5,000 people. It was also in the United States, not Australia. Toby then spent 3 days waiting in the airport. He had only a thin jacket in the middle of winter and no money. A few friendly people helped him with food and drink until eventually his parents and friends from Germany sent him some money. He bought a ticket to Australia, where finally he saw his girlfriend.
Unit 5. Recording 3. 1.
A 21-year-old German tourist called Toby Good wanted to visit his girlfriend in Sydney, Australia. Unfortunately, he typed the wrong destination on a travel website.
2.
When he looked at the plane to Sydney, he became confused. Strangely, it was very small.
3.
A few friendly people helped him with food and drink until eventually his parents and friends from Germany sent him some money.
Unit 5. Recording 4. 1.
Go along Hemingway Road, go past the Bellow Club, and take the first left. It's next to the Baldwin Bar.
2.
Go along Hemingway Road, then take the first right. You'll be on Morrison Road. Go along Morrison Road for about 5 minutes, past the turning for the car park. It's in front of you.
3.
Go along Hemingway Road. Keep going until you reach Carver Street. Turn right on Carver Street, and it's the first building on your right.
4.
Go straight along Hemingway Road. Take the second right. You'll be on Cheever Road. Go along Cheever Road. Go past the school. It's on your right.
5.
Go straight along Hemingway Road. Keep going until you reach Nabokov Street. Turn left on Nabokov Street. Go straight on. There's a river, the Faulkner River. Cross the bridge, and it's in front of you.
6.
Go along Hemingway Road. Take the first right on Morrison Road. Then take the first left. There's a hospital. It's next to the hospital.
Unit 5. Recording 5. 1.
Excuse me, can you help me? I'm looking for the Science Museum.
Go straight on. You can't miss it.
OK, so it's easy. Can you show me on the map?
Yes, of course.
2.
Excuse me, I'm trying to find the internet cafe. Is this the right way? Yes. Keep going. You'll see it in front of you. Can I walk? Yes, you can. It takes about 10 minutes.
3.
Is it far to the tube?
No, it's about 2 minutes walk.
OK, so I need to go left at the cinema.
That's right. It's easy.
Unit 6. Fitness. Recording 1. 1.
I've known her for ages.
2.
They've travelled a lot.
3.
He's never seen it before.
4.
Nothing has changed.
5.
I've worked in other countries.
Unit 6. Recording 2.
We're in Manchester, and this is table tennis for the over 50s. The people who play here play 3 times a week, so you don't need to tell them about how exercise makes you feel better.
It gives you a great feeling. You feel fabulous. Any type of exercise is good for you, especially when you're my age. It just makes you feel good.
Scientists have now worked out that you can live longer if you have a healthy lifestyle. They did some research. They followed 20,000 people for more than 10 years, and they looked at the different lifestyles they had. The results are interesting. They show that people who don't smoke, who do regular exercise, and who eat 5 portions of fresh fruit and vegetables every day actually live longer. These people actually live about 14 years longer than the people who didn't have such healthy lifestyles. They lived longer, and they didn't have so many health problems. Doctors say that even making a small change to your lifestyle can make a big difference to your health. Also, don't worry if you've got bad habits now. It's never too late to start. So, does everyone agree that it's a good idea to give up smoking, eat healthily, and do exercise in order to live longer? We asked people on the street to tell us what they think.
Unit 6. Recording 3.
We're in Manchester, and this is table tennis for the over 50s. The people who play here play 3 times a week, so you don't need to tell them about how exercise makes you feel better.
It gives you a great feeling. You feel fabulous. Any type of exercise is good for you, especially when you're my age. It just makes you feel good.
Scientists have now worked out that you can live longer if you have a healthy lifestyle. They did some research. They followed 20,000 people for more than 10 years, and they looked at the different lifestyles they had. The results are interesting. They show that people who don't smoke, who do regular exercise, and who eat 5 portions of fresh fruit and vegetables every day actually live longer. These people actually live about 14 years longer than the people who didn't have such healthy lifestyles. They lived longer and they didn't have so many health problems. Doctors say that even making a small change to your lifestyle can make a big difference to your health. Also, don't worry if you've got bad habits now. It's never too late to start. So, does everyone agree that it's a good idea to give up smoking, eat healthily, and do exercise in order to live longer? We asked people on the street to tell us what they think.
I don't know. I don't think it's that important. I mean, I don't eat 5 portions of fruit and vegetables every day. I don't like them, so I'm not going to do that.
If I go out with my friends in the evening, then I'm going to smoke. Having a cigarette is social. It's part of the fun.
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea. Do exercise, eat well, stop smoking, and live a long and happy life. Everyone should do it.
The message is clear. Scientists are telling us that if we want to live a long and healthy life, we need to look at how we live. So, I'm going to have a game of table tennis.
Unit 6, Recording 4. 1.
Good morning. How can I help?
I'm worried about my leg.
Your leg? What's the matter with it?
Well, it's very painful. It hurts when I walk.
I see. How long have you had the problem?
Since yesterday.
Can I have a look?
Yes, of course.
2.
Hello. What's the matter, Mr. Smith?
I feel terrible.
All right. Where does it hurt?
Everywhere. And I can't sleep.
Ah. Have you got a temperature?
I don't know.
OK. Can I have a look?
Yes, of course.
That's fine. It's nothing to worry about.
But I feel terrible.
Unit 6, Recording 5. 1.
Good afternoon. What's the matter?
I've got a sore throat and a headache.
I see. How long have you had the problem?
About 2 weeks.
Have you got a temperature?
Yes, it's 38.5, so I've taken some aspirin.
I see. I think you've got a cold. You need plenty of rest and hot drinks.
2.
I think I've broken my arm. Oh dear. Can I have a look? Yes. Here you are. So where does it hurt? Oh, here and here. How did you do it? I fell over. I think you should go to hospital for an X-ray.
Review 2. Recording 1.
Good morning. What's the problem?
Doctor, I feel terrible. I have a backache all the time, and it hurts when I walk.
I see. How long have you had this problem?
About 2 weeks.
Can I have a look? Where does it hurt?
Here. It's very painful. Sometimes I can't sleep because of the pain.
OK. I'll give you some medicine for it, and you shouldn't do any heavy work for a few weeks.
But I'm worried about missing work. I'm a builder.
I'll write a note. OK?
OK. Thanks, Doctor.
Unit 7, Changes. Recording 1. 1.
She used to be very shy.
2.
I didn't used to have a car.
3.
My granddad used to give me sweets.
4.
I never used to study at school.
5.
They used to live in America.
6.
Did you used to go to the cinema?
Unit 7, Recording 2. 1.
Used to be. She used to be very shy.
2.
Didn't used to have. I didn't used to have a car.
3.
Used to give. My granddad used to give me sweets.
4.
Used to study. I never used to study at school.
5.
Used to live. They used to live in America.
6.
Did you used to? Did you used to go to the cinema?
Unit 7, Recording 3.
So, Susan, why do people change their names?
There are many reasons. Some of them are quite simple. For example, when a woman gets divorced, she might want to go back to her original name.
Right.
And of course, other people just don't like their names. But then there are more interesting reasons.
Can you give us some examples?
Well, the boxer Muhammad Ali was originally called Cassius Clay. When he changed his religion, he also changed his name to Muhammad Ali.
So, religious reasons?
Yes, and for famous people, especially actors and singers, they need a name that's easy to say and easy to remember. So, for example, the singer Farouk Balsara...
Who's that?
Farouk Balsara was the real name of Freddie Mercury.
From Queen?
That's right, the lead singer of Queen. And of course, Freddie Mercury is easier to remember than Farouk Balsara. Or Georgios Kyriakos Panayiotou.
Who?
Georgios Kyriakos Panayiotou is the real name of the singer George Michael.
Ah.
It's the same with lots of singers, actually. Sting's real name is Gordon Sumner. The singer from U2, Bono, his real name is Robert Hewson, and so on and so on. Now, another reason people want to change their name, especially if they are immigrants from another country, is to identify with the new country. So maybe you're from Germany and your real name is Wilhelm. When you go to the United States, you might change it to William. Or your name is Andreas and you change it to Andrew.
This probably happens a lot in the United States and England.
Exactly. People want to mix with others. And having a name that's easy to recognise and to pronounce helps a lot. Another reason people change their names is to separate themselves from their family or from famous parents. Angelina Jolie's father is the actor Jon Voight. She was originally called Angelina Jolie Voight.
But she dropped the name Voight.
That's right. And another reason for people changing their names is that there was a mistake. Oprah Winfrey's mother named her Orpah Winfrey. O-R-P-A-H. But there was a mistake on her birth certificate, and everyone called her Oprah.
Unit 7, Recording 4. 1.
It's next to the bookshop.
The bookshop? The one near the cafeteria?
That's right.
2.
You can't bring your bag into the library.
So, do I have to leave it here?
That's right.
3.
The exam starts at 9 o'clock.
Did you say 9 o'clock?
That's right.
4.
I need to buy a notebook.
You need to buy a notebook. There's a stationery shop over there.
Thank you.
5.
Can you tell me where the study centre is?
It's on the left as you go out of the building.
Sorry, can you say that again, please?
It's on the left as you go out of the building.
Thank you.
6.
Where can I find Professor Adams?
He's in the lecture theatre.
Did you say in the lecture theatre?
Yes, he's giving a presentation.
Unit 8. Money. Recording 1.
Maggie and Joe Smith lived in the same house for 50 years. When Maggie was 86 years old, Joe died. The house was very big, so Maggie decided to move. She sold the house to a businessman called David Jones. A few weeks later, Maggie was at the hairdresser when she heard someone say that the new owner, David Jones, had found some money in her old house. She contacted Mr. Jones. He told her there was $10,000 hidden in the wall. Then he said they could share the money, $5,000 for him and $5,000 for her. She agreed. A few days later, Mr. Jones visited Maggie Smith. He had a contract. The contract said that Maggie Smith should agree to accept $5,000 for any money found in or around the house. Mrs. Smith thought this was very strange. She didn't sign it. In fact, she took Mr. Jones to court. In court, Mr. Jones told the truth. There wasn't $10,000. There was $150,000 in the walls, mainly in $50 or $100 notes. Joe Smith, Maggie's husband, was putting money in the wall for 50 years, and he never told his wife. So, what happened in the end? The judge decided that Maggie Smith should get all of the money. David Jones got nothing.
Unit 8. Recording 2. 1.
Hi there.
Hello.
Do you sell towels?
Towels? Yes, we should have some in the bathroom section. It's just over there, past the clothes.
Great. Thanks very much.
2.
Good morning. Can I help you at all?
No, I'm just looking, thanks.
For anything in particular? We've got these new jeans. These are just in last week. Or we've got T-shirts here.
Okay, thanks.
Just let me know if you need any help.
3.
Excuse me, have you got any of that stuff for killing insects?
Do you mean an insecticide? Like a spray?
Yes, a spray.
Hang on, we should have some... Give me a moment. I'll just check we've got some in stock. Yeah, we've got this one.
That looks fine.
4.
Who's next?
Hi.
You paying by cash or credit card?
Credit card. You take Visa, don't you?
Yeah, no problem. Can you enter your PIN, please? There you go.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Unit 9. Nature. Recording 1.
Bigger than. Smaller than. Higher than. Colder than. Hotter than.
Unit 9. Recording 2. 1.
Big. Bigger.
Bigger than. The population in France is bigger than the population in Poland.
Two.
Small. Smaller. Smaller than. Poland is smaller than France.
3.
High. Higher. Higher than. Mont Blanc in France is higher than Risi in Poland.
4.
Cold. Colder. Colder than. In January, it is colder in Poland than in France.
5.
Hot. Hotter. Hotter than. In July, it is hotter in France than in Poland.
Unit 9. Recording 3. 1.
I'm lucky living by the sea. Every morning I see fishermen coming in after work. There's always something to do because the sea is always different. Every day you see something different. When I was younger, we used to have parties and sleep on the beach. We cooked fish and listened to Bob Marley, and that was fun. These days, I still go for walks every day with my dog. We've seen dolphins here, and we saw a dead whale on the beach once. It was enormous. It was on the beach for weeks.
2.
As a child, I played in a treehouse in the garden. We were always outside. We invented games and we knew the names of animals and insects. We played in our garden or in our friends' gardens. It was very safe in those days. You could be outside all day. When I was young, we didn't have computers or even the television, and there wasn't as much crime, so we really grew up in the garden.
3.
I go hiking and camping in the mountains. You can do that here in the summer. In the winter, it's too cold. I think Americans like me enjoy the wild. We like big spaces, big skies. I'm just a few miles from a city, but there are all kinds of plants and animals out here. You can see deer and bears. It's pretty amazing.
4.
I work with animals all the time. We have chickens, cows and pigs on the farm. There are a lot of farms around here, so it's completely normal to see animals around. I really like feeding the pigs, because they're quite funny to watch. One thing I don't like is getting up early. We do it every day. We get up at 5 in the morning and I'm always half asleep.
Review 3. Recording 1. 1.
Could you help me?
2.
Can you tell me where the office is?
3.
Where can I find a post office?
4.
What time does the library open?
5.
When do the lessons start?
6.
Is the swimming pool open on Sundays?
7.
I need to speak to the Director of Studies.
Unit 10. Society. Recording 1. 1.
What's your new teacher like?
She's really good. She makes the lessons interesting.
2.
What's it like living in the country?
It's a bit quiet. I think I preferred the city.
3.
Does your mother like staying with you?
She loves it. She comes to stay once a month.
4.
Do you like eating out in restaurants?
I enjoy it sometimes, but I prefer to cook at home.
5.
Is it much more expensive to live there now? What are the prices like?
It's not too bad, but it's more expensive than it was.
6.
Does your brother like it in Scotland?
He likes it a lot. He says it's beautiful.
7.
What's your new job like? Are you enjoying it?
It's brilliant. The people I work with are really friendly.
Unit 10. Recording 2. 1.
What's your new teacher like?
2.
What's it like living in the country?
3.
Does your mother like staying with you?
4.
Do you like eating out in restaurants?
5.
What are the prices like?
6.
Does your brother like it in Scotland?
7.
What's your new job like?
Unit 10. Recording 3. 1.
OK, right. My name is Sophie Dunstan and I'm 16 years old. Well, one thing I don't like is people using their mobile phones or laptops or other technology at the wrong time.
What do you mean by the wrong time?
For example, during lessons, or any time when someone's trying to talk to them.
Isn't this normal now?
I don't think so. Some of my friends don't even hear their parents because they spend their whole life wearing headphones. I think it's really rude.
And how would you stop this?
Well, in my school they banned personal technology during lessons, and I think it was a really good idea. People can concentrate much better now.
2.
Luis, can you just introduce yourself briefly?
Yeah, I'm 35 years old and I'm a waiter. Shall I answer the questions?
Yes, go ahead.
OK. Well, for me, the worst thing is litter.
On the street?
Litter on the street. People just throw away bits of paper or drop food. But it's also on the tube. I'm a Londoner. I go to work every day by tube, and people just leave their newspapers lying around. And all this paper is a real mess.
How can we stop it?
I don't think you can stop it. The government has tried to introduce fines, but it hasn't worked.
What punishment would you suggest for people who drop litter?
I'd make them clean the streets.
3.
If you just give your name and age.
All right. My name is Pamela, and I'm 70 years old. But I think I'm a young 70. Unlike most of my older friends, I love technology, and I use email every day. But the one thing I hate about it is spam. It is so annoying. I think the people who are responsible should be forced to sit down and read millions of spam messages for 6 months.
That would teach them.
Of course it would.
Unit 10. Recording 4. 1.
There's a problem with my room.
2.
Excuse me,
3.
could I speak to the manager?
4.
Could you help me?
5.
I'm afraid I have a problem.
6.
I have to make a complaint.
Unit 11. Technology. Recording 1. 1.
Have you finished the book yet?
Yes, I've already started the next one.
2.
Have you cooked the dinner yet?
No, I've only just got home.
3.
Have you asked your wife yet?
No, I'm going to speak to her later.
4.
Have you decided where we're going yet?
Yes, we've just booked a table at Mario's.
5.
Do you want to come and play football?
No, I've already played twice this week.
6.
Have you seen Miranda?
Yes, she's just left.
Unit 11. Recording 2. 1.
I get bored very easily. I prefer being busy, so I'm always doing things. Some people just like to sit down and do nothing. But I can't do that. I need to be active.
2.
I feel lonely sometimes if my partner goes away for work and I'm on my own at home. But then I call a friend or my sister, or I speak to someone who I haven't spoken to for a long time. Then I don't feel lonely anymore.
3.
I get really confused when I have to do anything with numbers, like check bills or bank rates and things like that. I hate that kind of thing. I do find numbers confusing.
4.
I'm always amazed by nature, the beauty of nature. You can just stand in a beautiful place and look at it, and it's just amazing.
5.
I get nervous when I have to organise a social event, like if I'm having a party or lots of people round to dinner. I get nervous about what I'm going to cook and if I'll have time to do everything.
6.
I worry about all kinds of things. Often I feel worried about the world when I see the news and all the problems. There are so many problems in the world, and a lot of the time I try not to think about them, and then suddenly I'll start to worry.
Unit 11. Recording 3.
Robert. I think they've already changed the way we live. I mean, a lot of people, like me, spend a lot of their free time playing online games, and this has made me a more sociable person. It's difficult to play modern computer games alone. When you start the game, you also join a network of other people playing online, and you can join a team to play with other people around the world. I work as a lorry driver, so I spend a lot of time alone on the road. When I used to play computer games when I was younger, I sat in my bedroom, closed off from the world. Now, when I play, I'm constantly talking to other players in real time. Because of this, I spend most of my free time talking to other people with the same interests. I used to be quite shy, but these days I find it easier to talk to people I don't know. So yes, I think computer games are changing the way we live, and it's a good thing.
Miriam.
Well, they're not changing the way I live very much. I mean, they're just games like any other game. I quite like computer games, some of them. There are lots of games I don't like the violent games. But for me, it's just the same as the other things I do. I mean, sometimes I read a book or watch television to relax. Sometimes I go out for a walk, and sometimes I play a computer game. It's not changing my life. I don't spend all my time on the computer. I use a computer for work, so I don't want to be on the computer all the time at home too. And I think a lot of people are like me. In our free time, we prefer to do other things.
Unit 11. Recording 4.
The project needs to be finished this week.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not? Everything's possible.
I'm sorry, but I don't think it is. We're working hard, but we need another 2 weeks to finish the job.
2 weeks? Can you try to finish by the end of next week?
I'm really not sure about that. There's still a lot of work to do.
That's true, but you can get some more staff so we can finish sooner. I'm sorry, but I don't see what the problem is.
I'm afraid I totally disagree. The problem is that we don't have more staff. We can't find people to start work tomorrow, so I'm afraid...
Unit 11. Recording 5.
I'm afraid that's not possible. I'm sorry, but I don't think it is. I'm really not sure about that.
I'm sorry, but I don't see what the problem is.
I'm afraid I totally disagree.
Unit 12. Fame. Recording 1.
Some lines in films are so famous that people recognise them all over the world. One of these is the line, "E.T. phone home," which Drew Barrymore said in her role as Gertie in E.T. the Extraterrestrial in 1982. This helped start her acting career when she was only 6 years old. It made her one of the biggest child stars of the time. Another line which helped an actor's career was, "I'll be back." In a scene in The Terminator in 1984, Arnold Schwarzenegger tries to get into a police station, but they don't let him in. So he promises to return, and he does by driving a car through the doors. Schwarzenegger used the same line again in many of his films. For many people, it's the first thing they think of when they hear his name. When people think of Robert De Niro, they also remember the famous line, "You talking to me?" from the 1976 film Taxi Driver. This line wasn't actually in the script. Robert De Niro just said it while they were filming, and it became the line people remembered most in the film. Sometimes words are connected to the role, not the actor who says them. All James Bond actors so far have introduced themselves with the line, "My name's Bond, James Bond," after Sean Connery first said it in the film Dr. No in 1962. "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." Now this was perhaps the most famous line ever said on screen. Clark Gable said it at the end of Gone with the Wind in 1939. It was used to show that his character didn't care what happened to Scarlett O'Hara, even though he was in love with her. People thought the word damn was a very bad word in the USA at the time. But this just made the line more powerful.
Unit 12. Recording 2. 1.
Celebration. Politician.
2.
Photographer. Adventurous. Celebrity.
3.
Successful. Musician. Invention.
4.
Dangerous. Wonderful. Scientist.
Unit 12. Recording 3. 1.
Good afternoon. How can I help?
Hello. I'd like to go on a tour of the city.
Okay. Are you thinking about a bus tour, or private tour, or boat tour?
A bus tour. Would you be able to recommend something?
Yes, we have regular tours throughout the day. The bus leaves every hour from outside the hotel.
Oh, perfect.
Here's some more information.
Thank you.
Would you like me to book you a seat? You don't have to. You can just wait outside the hotel if you like.
I'll just wait outside. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. Enjoy the tour.
2.
Excuse me, would it be possible to change seats?
Let's have a look.
Are those seats free?
Yes, I think they are. Can you hold on a few minutes until they close the door?
Yes, of course.
Thanks.
3.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Table for 2?
Yes, please.
Did you book?
No.
OK, let me see what we've got. We're fairly busy, but we may have something. Just a moment. OK, we've got one free table. Would you come this way?
Review 4. Recording 1. 1.
Excuse me, could you help me?
Yes, of course. What can I do?
There's a problem with my key. It doesn't open the door.
Sorry about that. I'll get you another one.
2.
Excuse me, could I speak to the manager?
Yes, I'll just get him for you.
I'm afraid I have a complaint.
What seems to be the problem?
We still haven't had our main course.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do at the moment. We're very busy.
3.
Could you recommend a good place to go shopping?
Certainly. There's a new shopping centre not far from here. Would you like me to order you a taxi?
That would be great. Thank you.
No problem.